teammates in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the TCU Horned Frogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Sooners will put total leather and we'll get started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So TCU's offense will take the first swing of the game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Snagged out of the air. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Third down, and they'll need to get the ball to the 38-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Just keep slinging it. Got his man on the right. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that third down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not that much.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. That's caught. It's Coates. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. And it's no good. He missed it. Flag on the field, and the kicker's going to have a little bit shorter distance to work with here. Might be the worst-case scenario for this defense. Thought they'd held them to 3. Now the offense with a chance for more. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was 4th down, now 1st down. Give to the running back. Shakes off the defender. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
I think a trait of a running back that you really look for is a guy that can bust tackles. Man, a guy that can make something out of nothing when it's not there, and just a really good job breaking the tackle, continuing to keep the play alive, and never quit.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Coates. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up 3rd down.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Oklahoma's offense will have its first possession of the game. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have 2 guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got 2 very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are 2 of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Cherry. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Finds his man, it's Durham. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Well, how's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, 4th down, in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And that would be the definition of first down success, putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot.
Breaks into the open. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. And the Sooners are on the move. Just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
And if I'm a QB, I'm calling my own number a lot, especially when it's successful like this. Continue to put me in good situations, continue to get positive chunks of yards. Yep, I'll keep that moment.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Got it! He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year. He comes up with a massive play right there.
Got enough for the first down. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. Gives it on the option. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. The Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Coates. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. And the Horned Frogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
How many 1st downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Just a 1-yard gain leaves him with 3rd and 9.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. The Horned Frogs line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback brought up to and sacked at the 12. The Sooners send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Well, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback just flat missed him, incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Breaks the tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
On third down, he drops to throw. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. Oh, the attempt is no good. It's still a three-point game after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Out of the gun to give to the back. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
The deep thinking brings some heat on third and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Coughlin. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Converts on fourth down. Still going. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
He's got it. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement. Touchdown Sooners! A great catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
And the Horned Frogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll try the run. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's got him. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Horned Frogs will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll move the wide receiver. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Working the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
It's a really nice throw. It's so impressive watching this Oklahoma passing attack now. You think back to Bob Stoops taking over as head coach in 1999 and bringing with him the air raid offense, a style of passing attack that still wasn't very prevalent in college football at the time, but since then they've always had good quarterback play, guys that could play up tempo, make good decisions. This dude right here, he fits in perfectly with what they're trying to do throwing the ball in North.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Handoff to the single back. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Running back searching for a hole. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Back to pass on 2nd down. He's got him in the flat. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
They'll immediately call timeout. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just...
Touchdown, Oklahoma! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
Oklahoma 14, TCU 3.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here. We're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Looking downfield very late in the half. Snags it over the middle. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far today in Fort Worth.
And the Horned Frogs will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Cherry. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. Bunch formation for these receivers. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the middle. Finds his man open. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that one.
Turning it on! Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback making adjustments. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Got him downfield. Touchdown Sooners! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, the inside give. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He'll be brought down at the 32-yard line. Good job by the defense to keep him away from that first down marker. It's 4th down. The Horned Frogs will try to pin them back with the punt. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Sooner offense returns to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Pocket breaking down. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. And the Sooners decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Loads it quickly on the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And offenses keep track of yards after catch consistently. There was none there. Nice job by the defense swarming to the football as soon as he caught it and getting him on the ground.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Takes a hit as he fires. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
All right, you've dug yourself offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. Punts it out of the air. He stopped at the 15. Not enough for the 1st down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team. And the Horned Frogs will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. On his way from around the 50. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They were forced to punt on their last possession, but this time taking over with spectacular field position. Oh, they're after him. Finds a man by himself. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the route is on. And another passing touchdown for this Sooner quarterback. He keeps this up, and he might wind up in that 100 touchdown club with Baker Mayfield and Landry Jones.
So many good guys that have had good days, but how about this day? I mean, fitting the ball all over the yard, just padding the stats, and you start mentioning guys like Jones, and you start mentioning guys like Baker Mayfield, that's Sooner pristine legacy there.
The give on the option. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got his man. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. The Horned Frogs will punt it away on 4th down. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Now on the return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the 1st half and starting off the 2nd half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense, and in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic, and that's exactly what happened there.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the catch. It's Cherry. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. Sometimes a play like that, incorporating the back in the passing game, almost seems like cheating. It's so easy.
Yeah, because you can run it against man or you can run it against zone. If you're patient, obviously, with zone coverage, he can come open. But man-to-man, I like my chances of a running back versus a linebacker. So nice job by the quarterback. Nice job by the running back.
Chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Cherry. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown Sooner. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Off play action on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I would not want to be the offensive coordinator right now. This offense has a hard time completing the forward pass and making plays. And now you're down, and they know to rush the passer. They know the pass is coming. I'm not sure what the answer is, because this offense is just struggling in the passing game.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's got it. At the 45 on his way. Racing to the right. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Quickly complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's third down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his...
Oh, he's got some space. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. The Sooners pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Using his feet. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And how about the QB? We haven't seen it all game long, man. Nice job coming up big in a big moment in the fourth quarter. He says, nobody there, takes off, does it with his feet, and gets the first down.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
And the Sooners started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory.
Okay, ready?
The Sooners trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal.
Ready up.
2nd down coming up. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Can they salvage the drive by converting on 3rd and goal? And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm